Hi there. Talking through the features and some of the installation considerations for a custom mount using AWM modular components. This is for a 4-screen array using 34-inch wide ratio displays, the two central monitors stacked one above each other, and then in landscape format, and then two outboard monitors in portrait format. These are all curved displays. With the outboard monitors, when we've got curved in portrait, that's always going to introduce this smile shape. The outboard monitors could be substituted for flat monitors in the same size. Some considerations to this display and this arrangement. So first of all, we fit within a reasonably tight footprint with all of the mount components within the area of the display. We've installed it such that we've got around 7 inches underneath the primary monitors, and the two outboard monitors are set up so that we've got a flat edge across the top of the bezels. The vertical position of the outboard monitors can be adjusted at installation. The components we've used for this mount are two of the AWM P75 posts, 4 of the A46 arms, all with the LTH head, which we use for these larger curved displays. In terms of how the system is installed, a couple of considerations. The first is relative to the desk area, determining that the monitors are central to the desk, and then for installing the primary post, using the length of the arm with the channel clamp and the post to determine the position of the first post relative to the center line. The way that we've found is quite handy to install is then put a couple of the monitors on before aligning the second post. A couple of suggestions regarding the mounting of the arms. First is to achieve that 7-inch clearance under this first monitor. We've gone about 6 inches off the desk to the underside of the channel clamp. If you want to vary this height, you would adjust this accordingly. And then more importantly is whatever the height is of the single display, it should be the same height when positioning the second channel clamp. So whatever this dimension is, it should be the same dimension from the top edge to the top edge of the channel clamps. If that's set up at time of installation, it will mean that the monitors should drop pretty much exactly into position. As we load the monitors, we've put the initial monitor on first. We've then aligned the second post by just looking at where the primary post is relative to the edge of the main display, and arranged the second post symmetrically around the center line of the monitors. The two outboard arms are positioned so that we've got the top edge here. I will in a moment provide a dimension for that as a starting point. So we've got a fraction over 11 inches, about 11¼ inches to the bottom edge of the channel clamp, has given us a position such the top edge of the display is roughly in line. Once all the displays are on the mount, there may need to be a little bit of adjustment just to get that alignment exactly where it's wanted. So whilst one person holds the weight of the monitor, second person eases back the knob, make the slight adjustment, cinch it back up, and then that will be a set and forget installation. So some benefits for this particular installation. Firstly, it is quite straightforward in terms of modest number of components and ease of installation. We're using 2 posts. These are both P75s. There's also an option for the secondary post to be a P51, which is the shorter length. The two reasons that we've shown them with the same post, one is for the appearance of the two posts being the same height. The second is potentially provides a little bit more versatility if reconfiguring the components on site. A nice benefit of this configuration is that the A46 arms for the outboard displays means that there's reasonable adjustability of cockpit angle relative to the primary displays. So as we move around to the front of the system, so we've got this set up with a relatively open array that can also be brought forward and slightly more angle introduced. If someone wants a flatter array, bringing the displays forward slightly, and again adjusting the outboard arms to match, can provide quite an open, flat array. So the A46s on the outside give reasonable adjustment of that cockpit angle. So I'll just bring it back as well to show that closed down. And one of the things that we're assuming with this arrangement is that because we've got quite a lot of screen real estate, that it's relatively unlikely that there's going to be a requirement to move the array vertically. So simple system, set and forget, and using the screen real estate to provide the visibility of information.